Blessings, you guys. Your girl coming back in with another one. And y'all, I'm trying not to make it so long. I have to see if I can put my scenery in the background here in a minute. But um, a lot of people are, finding out very quickly because, narcissism and all that is being talked about a lot. And some people didn't know that they was probably with a toxic person or a narcissist and everything until certain things started happening. They knew something was wrong, but they didn't know exactly what it was. Cause I was like, me, I was like, what the hell is this? This what you is? Like, it's crazy. But on a serious tip, trying to move on and be free of a narc could be very hard at some time. It's like I said it before in another video that it's not a breakup. It's literally an escape. Y'all have no idea how many videos that I have seen or talked to certain women that they actually had to leave their own ish. They had to leave their own ish because they couldn't get rid of the knock. The knock wouldn't leave. And of course it was a homosexual, not paying bills, no money, no job, just playing a video game, eating up everything in the house. So, get to the point where you actually have to abandon everything that you have just to save yourself and get over this and move around. And that's crazy because, even if it was your house, not, if you was renting, okay. But if it was your house, if it was your house and you own the house, that can be, very traumatizing. That someone that is unwanted in your house, pretty much squatting, okay. But you don't break up with them. You escape. And the other part of it is that you're going to have to go through certain phases, and they're not going to be good because they got a playbook and they got to go through everything that's in that playbook. So of course you're going to get the harassing and the stalking and all that stuff. And sometimes it can go on for years, so you can't wrap your brain around it because you're like, who the hell does this? Knox. Never tell them your game plan. Never let them know what you're thinking and what you're about to do, or you're just done. They don't get to choose that. They don't get to choose if you don't want to be with them. But they think they can. They think they own you and your property. Everything that you provided for them is now on the line because now you're done. How you think that's making them feel? They're feeling some type of way because they're thinking like, now I lost everything. What am I going to do? Especially if they didn't have someone already lined up that they can go to. But it's crazy and it's embarrassing. Having the police being called and everything and all your business out there. It's embarrassing. How embarrassing it is. Real talk, because I knew I wasn't finna wait till it got to that point. I'm telling you right now, my Holy Spirit, my discernment was on GP. Was on GP with that, because I'm like, why do I feel like this fool about to try to call the police for something? Even though nothing was like really going on, but I felt it so deep. Like, nah, I don't play them games. But yeah, all the false accusations and everything that they do when they be calling the police and stuff, they be calling the CPS workers and everything on your babies and knowing they're lying, and they're the unfit parent, whether you got kids with them or not. But if they are a parent, they're definitely going to be the unfit parent. You lose everything. You can even lose your kids. Like, you lose your home. They try to get you fired. They want you homeless. They want you on the street. This is their goal. This is why they do all these things. And they do the same thing to different people. They not going nowhere. Just when you thinking like, okay, it's over, so now I can just move on. They're not going nowhere. And don't be a fool to take them back, because when you take them back, it gets worse. They gotta get you. They gotta do something because what you just did. Because you had the nerves to leave them the first time and make them homeless or whatever. So now they gotta do something. Okay. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. You don't believe it, and you won't believe. The things that they would do. I'm telling you. Like I told you, I did a video about the baby broke the no contact because she unblocked the dad on the iPad and the mom didn't know. I'm like, you guys gotta just be careful out there because these people out here are mentally insane. They're never gonna be normal. Don't use your life to try to fix them. That's not your problem. They're unfixable anyway. Look, God like throw his hands up on some of them because they ain't never gonna get it. You made a contract. That's my point of the video. Sorry, guys. You made a contract with a demon. You made a contract with a demon, not knowingly, but once all the red flags started going up and all the things wasn't normal, that was your time to realize what you were dealing with. But they make your brain so fogged, so fogged that you can't think correctly. You're thinking it's love and you thinking you're helping and you're thinking you're giving them a chance, but the whole entire time that's not. You're in spiritual warfare. You're literally dealing with a person that can breathe, but it's actually a demon that's controlling them. And demons don't have no heart, no feelings. So you just have to be careful. You signed the contract with this person, and when you sign a contract with a narc, they think it's forever, till death do you part. They really do. They think that. They think now you're their property with this imaginary contract, unseen contract that they only made the rules on. You didn't even sign up for all that. But they made the rules and everything on the contract, and you just had to live by it. And they're just dishing little dribbles of what the contract is as time going until you realizing, like, I ain't signed up for this. But you kind of did. I kind of did. We all kind of did if you ever dealt with a narc. And then you figured it out. Some people, like I said, some people are just not figuring it out. But at least you figuring it out. These creatures are nothing. These creatures are nothing but walking evil beings. That's all they are. They just walk in destruction. They're just like, they're not a person. It's just the entity or the demon resides inside of them, and they're just the puppet doing all the evil deeds. Demon ain't gonna go to jail for that. Demon ain't gonna get punished for that. They will, but they signed that contract. Woo, yeah. They signed that contract. They signed that contract with the Satan, and they also wanted you to co-sign on that contract with the Satan and take you out as well. They have to deliver. They have to deliver everything that they promised to Satan. And when they fail, like with you leaving or whatever, they are being tortured. So what are they going to do? They're going to torture you even more. Okay? But it's not a breakup. It's an escape. And just as well as they have a playbook on all the things that they do, it's a playbook for us too. All the steps and the things you need to do after getting out of this toxic relationship with an evil demon, narcissistic ass person. Excuse me, y'all, but I'm trying. Okay? It's a playbook for that too, because there's a lot of steps that you have to take. I can't put them all in this one video, but if you watching content about it, somebody gonna ring a bell. Something's gonna ring a bell. You're gonna slowly start figuring it out like we did when we started watching these videos. But I got to go. I'm hearing noise, and I don't know if it's a gator. I'm hearing that too. I got to go, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. I just had to come out and get some air. It was raining so terrible today, and I had no energy. Because I was just tired. And I'm like, let me go outside and get some air. So, here you go. I hope you guys have a blessed day. See y'all on the next one. But it was a contract. Be blessed.